Have you ever felt misunderstood, betrayed by people you trusted, or wondered how something painful in your life could ever turn into something good? Today's story is about a young man named Joseph. His life takes him from family love to betrayal to prison and finally to a palace. And through it all, we discover one powerful truth. God is always working, especially when we don't see it. Joseph was a young man living with his family in the land of Canaan. He had 11 brothers, and his father Jacob loved him deeply. In fact, Joseph was Jacob's favorite. Jacob even gave Joseph a special gift, a beautiful, colorful coat. It wasn't just clothing, it was a symbol. Everyone could see Joseph was favored, but favoritism has consequences. Joseph's brothers noticed. They felt ignored, overlooked, resentful, and then Joseph made things worse. One day he told his brothers about two dreams he had. In the dreams, they were all bundles of grain in a field, and their bundles bowed down to his. In another dream, the sun, moon, and stars bowed before him. Joseph didn't mean harm, but to his brothers it sounded like arrogance. To them, it felt like Joseph was saying,
"One day, I will rule over you."
One afternoon, while Joseph went out to check on them in the fields, they saw him coming from a distance. And that's when everything changed. Instead of welcoming him, they plotted against him. At first, they wanted to kill him, but one brother suggested something else. They threw Joseph into a deep, empty pit. Imagine that moment. Joseph calling out, his brothers standing above him. No rope, no help. Eventually, they sold him to passing traders as a slave. Just like that, Joseph was taken far away to Egypt, from favored son to forgotten slave, and Joseph had done nothing wrong. In Egypt, Joseph was sold to a powerful official named Potiphar, and something remarkable happened. Even as a slave, Joseph worked hard. He stayed honest. He didn't let bitterness take over. God was with him. Soon, Potiphar noticed that everything Joseph touched seemed to succeed. Joseph was promoted, placed in charge of the entire household. For the first time since leaving home, things were looking up. But trouble came again. Potiphar's wife falsely accused Joseph of something he didn't do. And without a trial or explanation, Joseph was thrown into prison. Think about that. Betrayed by brothers, sold as a slave, falsely accused, now locked behind bars. If anyone had a reason to give up on God, it was Joseph. But he didn't. In prison, Joseph continued to serve others. He listened, he helped. One day, two prisoners, servants of Pharaoh, had troubling dreams. Joseph interpreted them, giving credit to God, and his interpretations came true. Before one prisoner was released, Joseph asked for one thing.
"Please, remember me."
But he wasn't remembered. Days turned into months, months into years. Joseph waited, still faithful, still hopeful. Then one night, Pharaoh himself had dreams. Strange and frightening dreams no one could explain. Suddenly, Joseph was remembered. He was rushed from prison, cleaned up, and brought before Pharaoh. Joseph interpreted the dreams. 7 years of plenty were coming, followed by 7 years of famine. Pharaoh was stunned. Joseph wasn't just a dreamer. He was a leader. And in one moment, Pharaoh made an unbelievable decision. He put Joseph in charge of all Egypt, second only to Pharaoh himself, from prison to palace. Years later, during the famine, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt looking for food. They didn't recognize him, but Joseph recognized them. This was the moment he had waited for, or feared. He could punish them, expose them, get revenge. But he didn't. Instead, Joseph wept. Finally, he revealed who he was. "I am Joseph, the brother you sold into slavery." His brothers were terrified, but Joseph said something powerful.
"I forgive you, my brothers."
"You meant evil against me, but God meant it for good." Joseph understood something life had taught him the hard way. God was working behind the scenes the entire time. The pit didn't stop the promise. The prison didn't cancel the dream. The pain wasn't pointless. Through Joseph, many lives were saved, including his own family.